Get ready for the action, because we are diving straight into the Real Madrid situation. Head coach Alvaro Arbeloa is laying down the law regarding the club's immediate future as speculation heats up with links to Jose Mourinho. Arbeloa is firm, stating clearly that the decision regarding his future is not his responsibility, and he is laser-focused on the next 7 games, especially tomorrow's crucial match. We break down what this means for Los Blancos right now.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the bigger picture with Alvaro Arbeloa addressing the LaLiga refereeing controversy. Arbeloa openly suggests that it is actually easier for Real Madrid to win the Champions League than La Liga, pointing the finger at Spanish referees as a significant factor in the club's domestic underperformance. He discusses how situations like the penalty appeal in the Girona game make winning the Champions League seem more attainable than securing La Liga points. Now we switch gears to the final preparations before the big showdown. We are getting an inside look at the final training session for Real Madrid CF as they prepare to host Alaves at the Bernabeu. See how the team is working on mobility, reaction speed drills, and tactical possession as key players like Asensio, Courtois, and Rodrigo continue their recovery. And finally, we turn our attention to the next generation of talent with Davian Kimbrough. This 16-year-old striker is at the center of a fierce battle between the United States and Mexico, with strong indications pointing toward El Tri. We explore why this young player is so highly regarded, his history with both nations, and what it all means for his future, especially with rumors swirling about his potential move to Real Madrid. Real Madrid returned to action on Tuesday, hosting Alaves at the Bernabeu in a crucial fixture following their exit from the Champions League. With only 7 match days remaining in the 2025-26 season, a victory would significantly improve their position in the La Liga race, though securing the title remains a challenging prospect. Despite the disappointment surrounding the Champions League defeat to Bayern Munich, head coach Alvaro Arbeloa expressed confidence in his squad's ability to bounce back against Alaves, according to Diario AS. Arbeloa shared his feelings following the match, stating, "I consider myself a person with a lot of strength and energy. I have felt the pride that Real Madrid has for the game that the team played on Wednesday. I look forward to a Bernabeu tomorrow with my family, united and proud of how the team played. The feeling on the street is that they deprived us of being in the semifinals. That's what I've been able to feel." Speculation regarding Arbeloa's future intensified after last week's Bayern defeat, with reports linking the manager to potential positions, including Jose Mourinho. However, Arbeloa has firmly redirected his focus onto the immediate task at hand, the final 7 games of the season. He downplayed external concerns, stating, "It is a decision that is not my responsibility. I'm not worried about my future at all. I'm worried about these 7 games and especially tomorrow's. I have direct communication every week with the club and I have a great relationship, but the only future that worries me is tomorrow. There are 7 games more important than they may seem. We have to prove it tomorrow." Arbeloa dismissed concerns about potential fan unrest, noting that he does not anticipate protests against Alaves, despite the match being the club's first since exiting the Champions League. He emphasized team unity and performance, asserting, "It doesn't worry me, because I've felt on the street that Real Madrid is with the team. We have to play a good game tomorrow, play well and earn the applause at the Bernabeu. We have to go out for the game, show it from the moment the match starts." Alvaro Arbeloa has suggested that Spanish refereeing is a contributing factor to Real Madrid's recent domestic underperformance in La Liga, stating that it is easier for the club to secure a Champions League title than to win the league domestically. Arbeloa pointed to specific incidents, such as a penalty appeal in a recent Girona game, as examples that favor success in the European competition over the domestic league. Real Madrid enters Tuesday's match with Alaves trailing Barcelona by 9 points, with the team reportedly frustrated following a recent league game where Kylian Mbappé was denied a penalty that could have altered the result. The club's historical record shows 7 La Liga titles over the last 20 years, contrasted with 6 Champions League trophies in the same period. Arbeloa acknowledged that while the team has room for improvement in La Liga, they have performed better in high-stakes matches against stronger opposition recently. He also referenced the growing criticism directed at Spanish refereeing, particularly following the Negreira investigation, which Arbeloa has labeled the biggest scandal in Spanish football. Real Madrid now faces a second consecutive season without a major trophy, having been eliminated from the Champions League by Bayern Munich last week. Arbeloa emphasized the club's mentality, stating that losing is unacceptable and focusing on securing their remaining matches. Regarding star player Kylian Mbappé, Arbeloa defended his performance, noting that Mbappé had a great tie at his level, scoring in every game and expressing satisfaction with his overall contribution despite fan and media criticism. Arbeloa also downplayed concerns about his own future at the club, focusing instead on the immediate need to win upcoming fixtures. Arbeloa's team has concluded its final training session in preparation for their upcoming La Liga fixture against Alaves at the Santiago Bernabeu. The team conducted the session at the Ciudad Real Madrid facility, focusing on key physical and tactical elements. Training commenced with mobility exercises, reaction speed drills, and rondos designed to enhance player agility. The focus then shifted to tactical instruction and possession play. Following a comprehensive practice match, the session concluded with targeted shooting drills and free kick practice. Meanwhile, key players including Asensio, Courtois, and Rodrigo are continuing their recovery processes. The match is scheduled for Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. CEST and will be broadcast on Orange TV and DAZN. Fans can view videos of the match on RM Play. The international football landscape is buzzing with the potential of 16-year-old striker Davian Kimbrough, a player weighing in the U.S. versus Mexico selection battles, with Real Madrid reportedly monitoring his progress. Kimbrough, hailing from Woodland, California, possesses a unique heritage as the son of a Mexican-American mother and an African-American father, making him eligible for the Mexican national team, El Tri. The Sacramento Republic forward is widely regarded as one of the most promising young talents in the sport. He made history in 2023 by becoming the youngest player to debut in the USL Championship at just 13 years, 7 months, and 13 days. Kimbrough's international path has been a dynamic one, featuring initial call-ups to both the Mexico U16 national team and the USMNT within a span of just 2 weeks. His statistics reflect this duality. He has featured in 20 games for Mexico, netting 13 goals, compared to only 2 appearances and 1 goal for the United States. Current indications suggest a leaning toward the Mexican national team. However, the final decision rests with Kimbrough himself, overseen by his discoverer, Andres Lillini. Lillini emphasized the aggressive scouting efforts undertaken by the club to identify Kimbrough's talent, noting that the discovery was solidified by identifying his mother's roots in Guadalajara. Lillini detailed extensive scouting operations across coastal California and Texas, involving teams and recruitment across various age groups. This situation mirrors past player decisions, such as Obed Vargas, who ultimately chose to represent Mexico after a contest between the USMNT and El Tri. Vargas' high projection led him to Atletico Madrid at the tender age of 20. Now, the eternal rival of the Spanish club is closely tracking Kimbrough's development. Analysts point to Kimbrough's physical attributes, a privileged physique, power, spatial awareness, and potent goal-scoring instinct, suggesting he could become Mexico's leading striker for the next decade, provided he ultimately opts not to represent the USA.